Papaverite. It's an alkaloid. It belongs to an isoquinoline group and it's a colorless solid. Melting point is 147 degrees Celsius. And structural elucidation, the molecular formula is found to be C20H21NO4. The nature of nitrogen atom is found to be, it's a tertiary, it forms a quaternary salt with 1 mole of methyl iodide. Since on boiling with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus, it affords 4 moles of methyl iodide. All the 4 oxygen atoms must be present as a methoxy groups. Here boiling with hydrogen iodide and red phosphoride, it affords 4 moles of methyl iodide and all the 4 oxygen atom is found to be methoxy. It must be present as a methoxy group. Here demethylated product is known as veroline. OCH3 in presence of hydrogen iodide, so formation of OH plus CH, methyl iodide, CH3I. The fourth point is very important one. On oxidation with cold dilute paramanganate, it gives a compound of the formula C20H21NO5, which is a secondary alcohol. It's called as in papaverinol. An oxidation with cold dilute paramanganate gives a compound of the formula C20H21NO5. This is a secondary alcohol, that is papaverinol. By the oxidation of ketone, papaveroline, C20H19NO5 with hot paramanganate, that is dilute one. This formation of oxidation of keto group, it indicates that there is a presence of CH2 group. First, we have to take a papaverine oxidation. So, we'll get the papaverinol, the CH2 methylene group. CH2 group will be oxidized formation of secondary alcohol, that is CHOH. Again, oxidation of papaverinol will get papaverelidine. That is CHOH will be converted to keto group. This indicates that there is a presence of CH2 group in the papaverine. Oxidation with cold Kmn4 gives a formula C20H21NO5, which is shown to be a secondary alcohol, that is papaverinol, by the oxidation to give ketone with hot paramanganate. This indicates the presence of CH2 group. The another one thing is very important one. The formation of papaverelidine reveals that papaverinol is a secondary alcohol, because oxidation of secondary alcohol will give the ketone group, right? So it indicates that oxidation of papaverinol to papaverelidine, formation of papaverelidine indicates that papaverinol is a secondary alcohol. Finally, the prolonged action of hot paramanganate causes the oxidation of papaverelidine, that is ketone, to papaverinic acid. It's a dibasic acid which still contains keto group because it forms an oxime. All these reactions suggest that the papaverine contains a methylene group. I'll explain once again. The molecular formula will be C20H21NO4. Here the nature of nitrogen will be tertiary. It forms in quaternary salt with 1 mole of methyl iodide. Already it's a tertiary nitrogen. It contains lone pair of nitrogen will come and attacks the methyl iodide. It abstracts methyl group with elimination of iodide. So nitrogen 4 bonds. Already it's a tertiary group, and one more methyl group is added, so it's a quaternary salt. On boiling with hydrogen iodide and red phosphorus, it affords 4 moles of methyl iodide, and all the 4 oxygen atom must be present as methoxy groups. On oxidation with dilute paramanganate, it gives formula C20H21NO5. It shows that it is a secondary alcohol, that is papaverinol. By oxidation of papaverinol with the dilute Kmn4, will get the papaverelidine. The formation of papaverelidine reveals that papaverinol is a secondary alcohol. Finally, prolonged heating of hot paramanganate causes the oxidation of papaverelidine to papaverinic acid. It is a dibasic acid, still it contains the keto group. Because it forms an oxime, all these reactions suggest that the papaverine contains a methylene group. So that is C19H19NO4 CO, that is papaverelidine. Oxidation, formation of papaverinic acid. Formation of papaverinic acid from papaverelidine from papaverinol from papaverine indicates that papaverine contains the CH2 group. Next one, the various fragments of papaverine. The fifth point is various fragments of papaverine. On fusion with potassium hydroxide, papaverine gives two components, usually A and B. A1 is C11H11NO2 and B C9H12O2. And along with some veretric acid. On fusion with potassium hydroxide, papaverine gives two compounds, usually A and B. A is C11H11NO2, B C9H12O2. Now the molecular formula of A and B accounts for the 20 carbon atoms. The two compounds must constitute the molecule of papaverine. So it is essential to know this constitution. Next point is structure of compound A, that is C11H11NO2. So here the two compounds C11H11NO2 first one, and compound B is C9H12O2. So carbon number is C11 and C9, total C20. So the combination of two compounds may be a papaverine. So now we are just checking whether it's structural illustration of C11H11NO2. Here the nitrogen atom and the compound is found to be tertiary. So in the papaverine we already know the tertiary nitrogen will be present. So here also nitrogen atom in the compound is found to be tertiary. Next, it contains two methoxy group by Ziegler's method. The third point is on methylation followed by zinc dust distillation, it gives isoquinoline. This indicates that it is in dimethoxy isoquinoline. That is compound A, that is C11 H11NO2, and presence of hydrogen iodide with elimination of 2-methyl iodide, the formation of C9H9NO2. This is treated with zinc dust under distillation. It gives isoquinoline. This indicates dimethoxy isoquinoline. The position of two methoxy groups is indicated by the oxidation of the compound A to metahemipinic acid. Compound A is 6,7-dimethoxy isoquinoline. The fourth point is the position of two methoxy group is indicated by the oxidation of compound A to metahemipinic acid. Thus, the compound A is 6,7-dimethoxy isoquinoline. Metahemipinic acid will be formed. Next is the structure of compound A is a 6,7-dimethoxyisocquinoline is proved by its synthesis from veretric aldehyde and amino acetal. Now we have to prove the 6,7-dimethoxyisocquinoline from its synthesis. Synthesis first we have to take veretric aldehyde and amino acetal. Here lone pair of nitrogens will come and attach to the carbonyl group. So formation of O minus. See here it's like bond become charge, charge become bond concept. So next carbon double bond from benzene ring. 6,7-dimethoxy isoquinoline is prepared by veretric aldehyde. From veretric aldehyde, this double bond will come and attach to the CH with elimination of ethanol. And here the lone pair of nitrogens will come and attach to the carbonyl group, formation of O minus. And O minus will abstract the proton from media, formation of OH. Next by NH by using hydrogen is attached to nitrogen, we can eliminate the water molecules, formation of the carbon nitrogen double bonds. Next here the neutralization of positive charge from one of the hydrogen. Here with elimination of ethanol, formation of the compound 1, that is C11H11NO2. Now we have seventh point is structure of compound B, C9H12O2. The structure of compound B, that is C9H12O2, the two oxygen atom again found to be present as two methoxy group. On oxidation of compound B, it gives veretric acid, which was identified as a 3,4-dimethoxybenzoic acid. Secondly, on demethylation followed by oxidation, B gives protocatechinoic acid, hence the compound B must be 3,4-dimethoxytoluene. Here two oxygen atom again found to be two methoxy groups. Oxygen is found as present as a methoxy group. On oxidation of compound B, it gives veretric acid, and which was identified as 3,4-dimethoxybenzoic acid. Secondly, on demethylation followed by oxidation, B gives protocatechinoic acid, hence the compound B must be 3,4-dimethoxytoluene. The next eighth point is point of linkage between the compound A and B. We know compound A and compound B. The compound A also contains OCH3 groups, that is methoxy groups, and compound B also containing the two methoxy groups. So from methoxy group there is no connection, right? Everyone know. So hence the compound B must be linked to a compound A either by carbon atom of the benzene nucleus or carbon atom of the methyl group. So, but there are two options. First one is the compound B must be linked to A via carbon atom of the benzene nucleus or the form methyl atom, carbon atom of the methyl group. But the formation of veretric acid during the fission or oxidation indicates that unit B is linked via the carbon atom of the methyl group. The point of linkage of the isoquinoline nucleus is settled by the oxidation of papaverine to 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline, 1-carboxylic acid, and also 2,3,4-pyridine tricarboxylic acid, that is cinchonomeric acid. The ninth point is the from the above data we can write the papaverine structure like this with a combination of 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline, 1 carboxylic acid and 2,3,4 tricarboxylic acid. With nitrogen and CH2. CH2 is connected with dimethoxybenzene. And here 2-methoxy group. Next one, oxidation by dilute permanganate. Here we have to take papaverine aerated with cold KMnO4. So formation of papaverinol, that is secondary alcohol. For this papaverinol is treated with again hot dilute KMnO4. Here secondary alcohol will be converted to keto group. Next, again prolonged heating with the hot dilute KMnO4. So papaverine is converted to papaverinic acid. It's a dibasic acid and it contains the carbonyl group also. Here CH2 will be converted to CHOH in presence of KMnO4 and in presence of dilute dilute KMnO4, CHOH will be converted to C double bond O. Alcohol, secondary alcohol will be converted to ketone. And next, on prolonged hot treated with dilute KMnO4, methoxy group will be converted to acid, that is dibasic acid. So next one, oxidation of papaverine in presence of hot concentrated KMnO4. So formation of 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline, 1 carboxylic acid and veretric acid, that is compound 1 and compound 2. So above we mentioned the formation of 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline 1 carboxylic acid and veretric acid. So the equation for this, first we have to take papaverine and oxidation with concentrated KMnO4 hot condition. So we'll get 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline 1 carboxylic acid and veretric acid. Next, formation of meta-hemipinic acid and cinchomeronic acid from 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline 1 carboxylic acid. Here we'll take 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline 1 carboxylic acid. Meta-hemipinic acid from 6,7-dimethoxyisoquinoline 1 carboxylic acid. Here formation of meta-hemipinic acid plus cinchomeronic acid. Next one, fusion with potash. Papaverine in presence of uh, potash, fusion reaction takes place. The formation of 6,7 dimethoxyisoquinoline, that is compound A, and 3,4 dimethoxy toluene, that is compound B. CH3, CO3H, CO3H. 3,4 dimethoxy toluene, that is compound B. Oxidation of compound B, that is 3,4 dimethoxy toluene, will give veretric acid. The last point, from the above data, the papaverine structure is confirmed by synthesis. It involves two steps. First one, step one is synthesis of homoveretrolamine and homoveretroyl chloride. Just I will brief out the whole reaction. First the form papaverine. Its molecular formula C20H21NO4, and the nature of nitrogen is tertiary, and it's a quaternary salt. Uh, it forms quaternary salt with 1 mole of methyl iodide. The third one is it's in boiling with a hydrogen iodide with red phosphorus. It affords 4 moles of methyl iodide. All the 4 oxygen atoms must be present as methoxy groups. On oxidation with cold KMnO4, it gives a compound C20H21NO4, and oxidation of this will give papaverinol. Oxidation of papaverinol will get the papaverylidine, and papaverylidine is treated with a prolonged hot KMnO4 formation of papaveric acid. It's a dibasic acid, and it forms an oxime. From the above data, it contains that it shows the papaverine contains the methylene group. The next, various fragments of papaverine. On fusion with potassium hydroxide, papaverine gives two compounds, usually A and B. A1 is C11H11NO2 and B is C9H12O2. The carbon atom C11H9 is total is C20. Now we have to it's an essential to know this constitution, that is structure of compound A, C11H11NO2. It's a tertiary nitrogen contains. It contains 2 methoxy group by Ziesel's method. On methylation followed by zinc distillation gives isoquinoline, and the portion of 2 methoxy groups is indicated by the oxidation of compound A to meta-hemipenic acid. Compound A is at 6,7 dimethoxy isoquinoline. Next, this synthesis is confirmed by veretric aldehyde and amino acetal. Next compound B, that is C9H12O2. It contains two oxygen atoms in the form of two methoxy groups. An oxidation of compound B gives veretric acid, and it's identified as a 3,4-dimethoxybenzoic acid. And secondly, demethylation in presence of hydrogen iodide and followed by oxidation, it gives protocatenoic acid. The point of linkage between compound A and B, the papaver acid contains two methoxy groups. The two components cannot be united through methoxy group. Hence, the component B must be linked to AA via benzene nuclease or the methyl new group. But formation of veretric acid, it shows that there is a linkage from the methyl group. Next, reactions. So finally, synthesis. Synthesis are two steps. First one is synthesis of homoveretylamine and homoveretroyl chloride. First, we have to take veretrol. The step 1 is synthesis of homoveretylamine and homoveretroyl chloride. Veretrol is treated with CH2OHCl, formation of CH2Cl. For this, again treated with the potassium cyanide, KCN. So formation of 3,4-dimethoxybenzyl cyanide. Next, we have to take 3,4-dimethoxybenzyl cyanide. For this, if you are treating with H2O and PCl5, so formation of homoveretyl chloride. For if you are treating with hydrogen and nickel, formation of homoveretyl amine. You are treated with water or PCl5. So formation of homoveratryl chloride. So if you are treating with hydrogen or nickel, formation of homoveratrylamine. And the step 2, condensation of homoveratrylamine and homoveratryl chloride. Step 2 is the condensation of the above two fragments, that is homoveratrylamine and homoveratryl chloride in heating condition. So lone pair of nitrogens will come and attach to the carbonyl center. With elimination of HCl will takes place. So formation of NHC double bond O, CH2, and here benzene ring with dimethoxy. And for above benzene also we have to add 2-methoxy group. Next, enolization. Enolization and with elimination of water molecule will takes place. This is Bisler-Napierlaski reaction. Bisler-Napierlaski reactions. First step is enolization. Next, with elimination of water molecules, it's elimination of water molecules and Bisler-Napierlaski reactions. So formation of dihydropapaverine. Here quinoline ring, it's nitrogen containing ring, right? It's one of the double bond is reduced. So formation of dihydropapaverine. pelletized asbestosis at 200 degrees Celsius with elimination of 2 hydrogen. Your formation of carbon-carbon double bonds. So finally, formation of papaverine. Formation of papaverine.